Watch all these insane ass comments.
Hello, hello, everyone. Woo! It has been a happy day.
Really?
Yeah, Bill Cosby is free and at home.
They
They
about to
went back,
OJ his ass.
huh? Yeah.
OJ his ass. Watch what I tell you.
What? Oh, girl, Bill
Listen,
too old. I don't think they took too much.
they gon' OJ his ass. Watch what I
Yeah,
tell you.
yeah.
They know he a goddamn serial rapist. They know it. They gon' OJ his ass. Watch what I tell you. They gonna have some
Well,
other bitch come out
if you and
and accuse him of rape, and they gonna OJ his ass.
yeah. Well, he blind and stuff now. I don't think, you know, at least, and in his 80s, he'll be able to be at home. But again, Bill Cosby has been released from prison, and I am very happy. I found it very hard. Hey, yeah, Michelle. Yeah, we did a replay, girl. We had Trent on there last night because Detective, as they call her, Detective Lady Alicia, you know, she's a damn detective, you know. And so Trent had made some remarks and she wanted to ask him about it. So, neither here nor there. Hey, I am Queen Newton and
Oh, let me go
Dingo,
see who's here.
Michelle.
Hey, Michelle. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not even in the comments. Hey,
Okay,
Indigo.
yeah. And,
Where's I am
as I
Queen?
told,
Hey, I am Queen.
yeah, as I used to tell Lady of Leisure,
Oh, Lord. Here
it
we
was
go.
very hard to believe that, in the 60s, the 70s, that Bill Cosby was raping white women and they let him get away with it.
Yeah, they
Let
did.
me finish.
Yeah, they
Let me
did.
finish.
He raped one girl. She
Hey,
killed her
Atlas,
damn self.
because, hey, Atlas,
Hello,
because,
Agnes.
yeah, and because I was thinking of Emmett Till's body being returned from Mississippi to Chicago, him being beaten to death, face all mangled and everything. So I just found it hard to believe with a black kid body being shipped from Mississippi and being shown to the world on how they had killed him for whistling at a white woman.
But
So I
hold
could
on.
never.
See, this is years later, and you do that to justify your bias.
No,
Yeah,
no,
because things have changed. My mother didn't ever think she'd see a fucking black president coming from, a grandmother of a damn slave.
yeah.
You
Oh, who was the
understand?
mother of the slave?
Bill Cosby been raping women all his goddamn life. See, many of you not in your 60s, so you don't remember this shit. I remember it very well. I remember the conversations between my grandparents about it. I remember the girl who committed suicide behind him raping her and her mother begging them to to look into it. You understand? It's no different than the women who said R. Kelly raped them and went to the police, and the police didn't believe them and get them a damn police report. Bill been raping
I'm going to
women.
stand by my belief.
Bill has been raping women all his goddamn life, and white women at that. That's why when that black chick came out and said he raped her too, I said, oh, she a damn lie.
Yeah.
Bill didn't mess with nothing but white women. You know, he was married. He carried on his affairs publicly. He always had a white bitch on his arm. Bill been raping women, goddamn it, 70 goddamn years, 60 of them at least. So, although, and see, here's the thing. His release was not because he was innocent. Let's get that straight. He wasn't released because he didn't rape this girl. He was released because they had agreed, prosecution had agreed not to prosecute him for her rape. He was released because the word all R. Kelly fans use so fucking willy-nilly, his due process rights were violated. That's why he was released. And this is what I try to tell you all. If R. Kelly, if any of his constitutional rights were violated, that's the quickest goddamn way to end the case. Because nobody is having that.
And again, I'm going to stick by, I would never believe it, because the 60s was hard times, and I'll never believe a black man was raping white women.
What are you talking about? The 60s were hard times.
Yeah.
The 60s and 70s were the best goddamn time of black people's lives. They were working, making good goddamn money, you know, getting them civil rights.
And you sent a kid down south who got killed for whistling at a white woman.
When?
And they sent his body back to Chicago.
When?
With Emmett Till.
When was that, though, April? When was that?
I don't know, but I found it. And why are you just? That's just my opinion. It's hard for me to believe that. And they should.
But you know, you always take that hard
you
line
always want to say
about what you will never fucking believe.
I won't. I just will never believe.
I'm older than you. Yeah. I remember the shit. You can Google the shit about the little white girl that killed her goddamn self when he raped her ass.
What?
They were allowing Bill to rape them goddamn girls because they needed a black motherfucker on TV, and he was a goddamn star.
Ugly ass Bill Cosby was a star.
Ugly ass Bill Cosby, yes. Wasn't no black people on TV but Bill Cosby and Greg Morrison.
And they could have easily replaced him.
They could not have easily replaced him. You're talking about the goddamn 60s. They were just breaking niggas into mainstream TV.
I'll never believe white Hollywood. I will never believe white Hollywood let a black man be on a show and be the spokesperson for whatever network, and he was raping white women.
Yes, he was. And they were paying their ass off, just like they all do. Yes. He was the only, he was the biggest goddamn black celebrity, the first breakout black celebrity ever on mainstream television in prime time. You got to understand, White America is about goddamn green. They're about money. Exactly. Exactly. Respect my opinion. He had a deal with the first prosecutor. Now, let me tell you what came out today about that prosecutor. He was a very close family friend of Bill's. He assisted him in finding and buying his mansion.
Hey, Karen, hot
And
rod,
yet,
respect. Michelle,
he made
sir,
an
Daddy.
agreement with Bill that
Okay, here,
he would
Diane.
not prosecute him. And Bill gave his admission of guilt in his statement. And that should have allowed him not to be prosecuted. Now, let me explain why he was prosecuted. And I'm going to cover a couple of things in this one. The reason that he was allowed to be prosecuted is because there was no paperwork. You see, what people don't understand, when you get immunity, plea deals, shit like that, it is considered a government contract. They're all supposed to have one. Okay? Everybody has a government contract when they get a plea deal, when they get immunity. Bill had no such contract. So because none of that was in the record, he did not have a deal in writing. It was never found. It was never done. The preceding prosecutor prosecuted him for her rape.
Okay,
Even
hot rod.
and
Sleep well.
because what?
Well,
Because the former prosecutor who gave him the deal testified in the trial that yes, he had given him this deal, although nobody could ever answer why this deal was not in writing as it should have been by law. The Supreme Court said, hey, the man testified he had the deal. That's it, that's all.
and y'all went back in and bought it up, and you shouldn't have bought it up.
Well, the thing of it is, again, there was no contract. So they had no idea knowing he had this deal. There was no contract. Every damn deal has a contract. There was none for him. That is why they were allowed
Bill's
to
home.
prosecute him.
Bill's home. He's home.
You know, so
And I'm
for
glad
me,
he's going to be able to spend his remaining years at home.
what's going to happen, like I said, and watch what I tell you. Just like I told you about this R. Kelly case. Watch what I tell you. They going to OJ his ass. They going to find some other little chick to claim rape. They're going to prosecute him, and they're going to send his ass up forever. Wow. Now, he might be dead before that happens because he's old. And then again, I don't know. He out of jail. He can get some real goddamn medical care. He may, but you watch, mark my fucking words. Watch what I tell you. They're going to find another goddamn victim. They're going to try his ass on her rape. And they're going to send his ass up forever.
Daddy's home.
Girl, please.
He now sleep.
Indigo says, I agree, Lady Lisa. That's what they're going to do. No, but see, here's the thing. I hate when anybody celebrates a fucking rapist or a goddamn pedophile. This is a double-edged sword for me.
I don't.
Can I finish, please? You done said all that shit. Can I finish? This is a double-edged sword for me. I'm happy that the law worked in this case, you know, because if his rights were violated, they did exactly what they were supposed to do. I'm glad that the system worked. I'm not glad that they let this old fucking pervert ass rapist out of prison. I'm not glad about that.
What
I'm
the
not
hell
glad
is this
about
old
that.
ass getting ready to do now? But sit up and wish he had some Jello pudding. What the hell is Bill getting ready to do now? Shit, sitting there, hell, probably got Jello pudding on the side of him, talking to the pudding, jacking off. Shit, the hell, shit, that motherfucker old now. All medicine. They
But
say
you
he
know what?
blind.
He is old now. And if he's legally blind, goddamn, I got a nephew that's legally blind. Where your motherfucking glasses at?
Well, like I said, when I hear,
I'm
when I
glad that
hear,
the law worked. I'm very happy about that. I am very happy that the law worked because that's exactly what should have happened. However,
all of them,
I got some
Bill
issues.
thought he was white. He was hanging out with Hugh Hefner. He was hanging around them goddamn blue bunnies. Them blue bunnies. He thought he had it going on,
The
and they
Playboy
let his
bunnies.
ass know that he was a nigger.
The
Okay?
Playboy bunnies.
Yeah. He was
Watch
hanging
one.
around all of them bunnies.
Exactly. All them fucking kids at the goddamn Playboy mansion. Watch one of them
Oh,
bitches come out and
goddamn,
say he
even
raped
Brooke
me.
Shields.
Watch one of them come
Even,
out and say he raped me.
yeah. I guess Brooke Shields would be next. Because, you know, she was at the damn mansion when she was 12 years old.
Her mama was with her though. Huh.
Bill, we don't know what the mama, daughter, hell, we don't know what they was doing. Shit, I don't put nothing past nobody no more. That's
Sweetheart,
one thing
let
I
me
done learned
tell you
about this thing.
something. Brooke Shields' mama, Brooke Shields' mama is the motherfucker that they started momager after. She played that damn motherfucking game. She was there when her ass posed nude. She was there. Everywhere Brooke went, her mammy was there.
But she was there when her 12-year-old daughter posed nude.
Yes. Yes, she was
Her
there.
12-year-old daughter posed nude.
She was a fucking model. She was a model.
I didn't know models posed nude.
Hell yeah, they do. What do you mean?
I thought models posed in clothing lines, earring lines, Gloria Vanderbilt lines back in the day, Calvin Klein. Nude is sexuality.
Nude is not sexuality. Yes, models posed nude back in the day. Long before a Brooke Shields.
12 years old. And you got people.
That's how old models were. Do you realize that Kimora Lee Simmons was only 13 goddamn years old and she was the face of Coco Chanel?
With
10
clothes
and 11
on, right?
year-olds were supermodels.
With clothes on, though, right? Not nude pictures. With clothes on.
Brooke posed with clothes on too. She did a nude photo shoot. You know, her mother was right there. She was her manager.
Allowed her 12-year-old daughter to be filmed nude by old men, knowing God knows what on their mind.
See, this is what I'm saying about you. You always take the negative fucking road. These are professional fucking photographers. This is their goddamn job.
In front of grown men.
They're professional photographers. It's their
They're
goddamn job.
professional photographers who did get hurt.
And her mother was right there.
And
And do
again,
you really think that a grown-ass man that's not a pedophile dick gonna get hard over a 12-year-old? Like, seriously? This is what we're reducing every fucking man to now?
well, hey, that's what you say, but I'm just
I ain't
saying,
never said that shit.
you know,
Don't
a
count it
12-year-old
down on me.
posing,
Don't put
a
words in my mouth.
12-year-old
I ain't never said that shit.
a 12-year-old posing nude and having
You know what?
people,
It's not fucking unheard of. Google some shit.
but it should be.
Why?
You got your 12-year-old daughter posing nude for grown men, and then they want to talk about R. Kelly the way her daughter did.
You know what? You need to cut it out. Because
No,
it's totally
no,
fucking different. No, she wasn't
No,
posing nude
there
for
is
grown
no
ass
difference.
men. She was
Grown
posing for a
adults
fucking
was looking at a
magazine.
12-year-old girl
She
posing nude.
she was posing for a
Posing
magazine,
nude.
not for grown ass men.
Yeah. Her daughter was posing nude for
Yes.
grown men. No. So what's the difference? What is the difference? Make me understand it.
I can't make you
A
understand because you got a
12-year-old
closed fucking mind. If you don't know the difference between a professional fucking photo shoot and
I
a
know they
goddamn
professional.
pedophile,
Hell,
ain't shit I can tell you.
they're not professional.
Ain't
I don't know what these people do. Shit. But I
this
know
is
they
what
got
I'm
a dick
saying.
and they get hurt.
Closed ass fucking
You want
man.
to
You
say
should be
that
90
because they're
goddamn years
professional
old.
that it was
You
okay,
should be
but then
90
when I say
fucking
R.
years
Kelly's
old
daughter,
in the
you want to say
backwoods
they were
of
creepy.
Fletch
There's no
Back,
difference.
Mississippi.
There's no difference.
It
You
is
didn't
a
know them
goddamn
people?
difference.
You didn't know those people?
You should be 90 years old sitting in a shack in the backwoods of Mississippi saying all the girls is hoes and fat. Because you take
No.
that fucking
There's
hard
no
line about
difference.
every
A
goddamn
man
body.
is a man. A man is a man. So how is it?
And I'm sorry
How?
you feel that way.
How?
I'm sorry
What
that
is
you
the difference?
feel
You're
that
saying
all
they're
fucking men
professional.
are
A man
sexually
is a man what
excited
they
by
get.
a fucking child.
So
But R.
wait
Kelly
a
not.
minute.
But R. Kelly
What do
not.
they do? Do they
But
sit
R.
up?
Kelly
Oh,
not.
I'm a professional, so I'm not looking at her titties and ass.
She had no
Oh, I'm
damn
a
titties and ass.
professional.
She was 12.
Girl, please. No, no. 12-year-old men looking at a 12-year-old body is creepy.
It
It's
may
creepy.
be. It may be. I didn't say it wasn't creepy. It may be creepy. But again, you're reducing all
You want
men
to
to
say
a
because
fucking
they were in
pedophile.
a
You're
professional
reducing
setting?
all men
Really?
to a fucking
Really?
pedophile, except for the serial pedophile.
How did we know
himself,
these men were pedophiles?
Kelly.
Grown professionals don't mean they're not pedophiles. Professional does not mean pedophile. Oh, so you're saying professional don't mean pedophile? Because it was in a professional setting and you got grown men looking at a 12-year-old girl?
How do you know
naked
they were grown
body?
men? How do you know the photographers weren't female? How do you know that?
You the
don't.
one just said they was
I
you
didn't
the
say
one
shit
said
about
she had
men.
professional
I said
people
nothing
and her mother
about
there.
men. I said they were professional photographers on a goddamn job.
Professional people
Doing a
on a
fucking
job
photo
looking
shoot.
at a 12-year-old nude body. And I'm supposed to think that's okay.
I didn't
Because
say it
they
was
were
okay.
on a
I
professional
never
job. I'm not
said
supposed
it
to
was
think that
okay.
these men were
I
pedophiles.
said her mother was right there with her for every goddamn thing she did. I never said it was okay. All I said was her fucking mother was right there. with everything that she did until her ass got grown and got her own goddamn manager. Her mother was right
She
there.
allowed her daughter to let grown ass men do photographs, look at her naked at the age of 12. You don't know what these people had in their minds or what they was doing.
This is what I'm saying. You must have had a
you don't know
real
that.
fucked up, sick ass life in order for you to think
That's
this
what
way
I'm
about
saying,
every fucking body.
They saying it was
Your
creepy,
ass
but
have
you
a
said
negative
because
for
it was a
every fucking
professional
body
setting
except for R.
that
Kelly.
it was
You don't
okay
know shit
for
about
grown ass
that
men to
motherfucking
look at
pedophile.
12-year-old Brooke Shields. Make that make sense. That's all I'm saying. They were men with dicks,
Again,
minds, and
it will
everything
not
else.
make sense
So
to you
because they're
because in
professional,
your mind, all men are fucking pedophiles except for the pedophile himself, Robert Sylvester Kelly.
no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no,
You
no
can't believe
12-year-old
shit about him,
to be
but
able
motherfuckers you don't
to
even
be
know, you
photographer.
accusing them of being goddamn pedophiles. Here's a bitch done married a 15-year-old 30 goddamn years ago. I don't know anything. I haven't seen anything. Get the fuck out of here with that.
I haven't seen it. And until I see it, I'll believe it. But you want me to believe that it was okay for white Brooke Shields, wait a minute, to be photographed.
Get hard when they
You wanted me to let them see him, that you're saying it's okay that these photographers took pictures. But that's what you said. They were professional people.
I never said it was okay.
You did. You said they were professional people. Like and her mother was there. Like these men didn't lust after her.
There with her. Her mother was there when she did the new photo.
What does that have to do with anything about the photographer lusting over her? What does that have to do? You know,
like
the same way.
You're so fucking quick to take the negative, sinister ass opinion against every fucking body else. Did you see a grown ass man get hard
Phoenix
when they
Rising?
Brooke Shields?
Just said.
Did you see that?
Brooke
No.
said she was molested at an early age by photographers. Jeffrey Taylor, the parents were wrong for even putting their children in a position to take new photos at 12 years old. Everybody involved is sick. And that's correct. I don't give a fuck if they is.
Said that if they was right or wrong.
A professional setting.
These are men that her mother accompanied her on every damn thing. I never said that it was right or wrong. You put those words in my mouth.
They're all sick. Just because her mother was with her, it makes it right.
I never.
And you're saying it's
you know what? I'm done. I'm not doing this with you. You put fucking words in my mouth, and I ain't doing this.
Yeah, and I'm like you, who takes pictures at 12 years old? You know, the mother co-signing it because the mother's there. There's professional photographers. I don't care if she hangs up. But then y'all want to say that R. Kelly is this and that. And well, you know, when people want to say the parents, so you're saying it's okay because these people, because her mother was there and it was a professional setting. If anybody wants to join the chat, I'll put the link in here. No, there's no difference. No, what you're trying to tell me, I don't know where she went and I don't care. You're trying to tell me because her mother was there and you're saying her mother was there and it was a professional setting that it was okay. for a 12-year-old to be photographed, but it was okay because her mother was there. And men, how do you know what these men was? No, I'll never agree with that. But then they want to talk about R. Kelly, his daughter, when they said he had her dance for somebody. Like, that was a crime. So you didn't know these people that was taking pictures of Brooke Shields because you're saying they're professional, but then what? You don't think R. Kelly didn't have professional people around him? That's what I'm saying. They all involved. It's all sick. How you gonna tell me that a grown ass man with a dick ain't gonna think of a 12-year-old looking at breast and ass in a sexual way? But what? Because Brooke was white? Because she had her mother there? That's no different than when they said R. Kelly had his daughter dancing for his friends. Well, maybe he thought they was okay. No, you're the hypocrite. No, no. Anytime a 12-year-old is photographed with grown men around, it's sick. I don't give a fuck who around. And everyone, please hit the respect, like, and share. I am cool down, but you can't say it's okay that, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you're always saying, I'm always trying to take up for R. Kelly. Yeah, there's no difference. They're saying R. Kelly had his daughter dance with all his friends around. But you're saying because Brooke Shields' mother, R. Kelly was that girl's father, you're saying it was a professional setting? We don't know what happened at his house. But you're trying to tell me that these, because it was in a professional setting, that these men couldn't have been pedophiles? But then everybody wants to criticize R. Kelly. He had his daughter dancing in a way. No. Either you're gonna be straight about it or not. Ain't no turning back with this shit. That's hypocritical to me. Hell no. Hell no. A 12-year-old child being photographed is sick. I don't give a fuck if the mother is there. Then you people talked about R. Kelly. They said, oh, he had his daughter dancing sexual. But because Brooke Shields was white and her mother, and it was a professional, you don't think maybe R. Kelly had professional people at his house? Fuck no. Miss me with that bullshit. They all sick. And it's not two different things. It's not two different things. How can you say it's okay for a child because their mother is there and this is a professional setting, that it's okay for a child to be photographed nude? But then you want to talk about R. Kelly when they say his daughter was dancing, the father was there, and she was dancing, but we don't know if them people was professional neither. So, I'm going all the way here. I'm going all the way. Does anybody agree with me? I mean, we can't give one standard. Fuck Brooke Shields being at the Playboy Mansion, white people, sick shit. But you want to say it's her mother. Her mother was there, was professional. Okay, then you got R. Kelly's daughter that danced. they said, oh, she got up and dancing sexual. Her father was there. Um, those were professional people, but you want to make him look all the way grimy. No, no, no. Well, that's what I'm saying. They're both wrong. So if you wrong, that's what I was saying. How can you tell me that? And I don't care about her hanging up. We'll talk. How can you tell me? Because Brooke Shields, you said she was in a professional setting with her mother, but then, you know, later on in the show, you're going to dog Rob out when people say, well, he had his daughter dancing. Rob, that was her father. So either you can't be one way, you got to be all the way. No, and I'm not doing it. Selective outrage. No, you're the one that want to make excuses. I'm just, yeah, we're always different, but you can't get outraged. You can't convince me it's okay because a white girl, Brooke Shields, and you're trying to say her mother was there and it was a professional setting, and then in the next breath talk about Rob when they say his daughter was dancing sensual and he was her parent. She was there. He was there. Her father was there. But you want to talk about him, but you want to give them a pass? Oh, hell no. 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 Brooke Shields been doing all kind of shit since she was 12, 13. Yeah. Yeah. And so, no, I don't find excuses to defend R. Kelly. I find the hypocritical part. You know. And if anybody wants to join the panel, they can. Yeah. But no. And I'm glad. Yeah, she was naked in Blue Lagoon. A movie. A movie. Remember? She was 13, stranded on the island. You don't think them people didn't look at her and wanted to molest her? Her mother pimped her out at 12, 13. But you want R. Kelly to go to jail and everything. But it's okay that this white girl mama pimped her out to the movie industry and everything at 12. Oh, hell no. No, no, no. No. Yeah. Yeah, Brooke Shields was a victim. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Star. That's what I'm saying. Her mother pimped her out. But Lady Alicia was saying it was okay. It was a professional setting. Her mother was there. Her mother pimped her out at 12. But you want to talk about R. Kelly? No, no. You want to get mad when you want to say, oh, he had his daughter dancing sexually. That was her father. He was there. So, you know, what the fuck? Either you're going to make a line and draw it. I'm not. And Fuck Brooke Shields. I don't give a fuck she white. R. Kelly black. Don't change the standards for him. And it's clearly stated. Thank you. Thank you. And that's all I'm saying. But then you want to, in the next breath, talk about Rob. They said his daughter was dancing Central. Well, her father was there. It might have been, we don't know if that was a professional setting. It was wrong. No, I'm defending my black people. No, but it's okay because Brooke Shields was with, you know, all at the Playboy Mansion at 12 and 13 because her mother was there. Shit. Hell, Bill and Hugh probably had the mother. Shit. All of that freaky deaky shit was going on. Sky, and a lot of people, and this is what makes me so mad with people. You want to draw, you want to say R. Kelly was this terrible, dirty man, but then in one breath, you want to say it was okay that Brooke Shields' mother pimped her out at 12. Pimped her out at 12. What's the difference? That's all I want to know. If anybody can tell me the difference, let me know. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's never okay. You know, you're saying it's a professional setting. Her mother was there. That's no excuse. 12 naked. Like I said, a man has a dick. They have in mind. I have a 12-year-old. Hell no, that's a baby. Star says, Jeffrey, exactly. But she said it's okay because her mother was there and it was a professional environment. Make that make sense. Because when we say, well, you know what? Well, we don't know what parents was with fucking R. Kelly. If we get to do all of this shit. Yeah. No, Bill Cosby should have never been in prison because Bill Cosby made and said back in the day, that's what we did. We partied, we partied. I gave women Quaalos. You know, that's what we did. I mean, the man told the truth. That's what they did. Like these people nowadays, getting down, doing anything for crack. Okay? They was doing anything for Quaalos, anything to get a movie deal. The man admitted to it. It was supposed to have been sealed, never bought up. They went back to bring Bill Cosby down and bought that shit up from 30 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. So I just want to understand what's the difference from a child, you know, because their mother is there. It's a professional setting. You know, they've modeled nude. The fucking kid is 12 years old. No kid should never be be photographed nude at 12 years old. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't give a fuck. Her mother pimped her out. Shit. Mother pimped her out. They was taking pictures of Brooke, and the mama probably was getting it on with Hugh and Bill. Shit. Yeah. Yeah. But the only thing, I say is, people were saying that Rob's daughter was dancing one night and they want to talk about him like he's a damn, monster. His daughter, the way they was dancing. Okay, her father was present. Same situation. Brooke's mother was there. Uh, R. Kelly, that was his daughter. He was there. You're trying to say it's a professional setting. You don't know what kind of setting it was at his house. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, either we're going to walk this land, right? Because it ain't no changing for me. And hell yeah, I'm going to speak my mind. You can't tell me it's okay because some white girl mama got her goddamn kid uh, being, and the mama is there, and you're saying it was a professional setting. Like men dicks don't get hired. Hell, if they wasn't a pedophile, film, looking at a 12-year-old girl, hell, made him turn into one. Shit. Yeah, they showed that site. They got some dolls out now, where they've got the boys that had the penises, the girls. You can remove the parts. You can put on men parts and everything. 12 years old. I don't care. Black, white, it's sickening. But don't say it's okay. Don't say it's okay. Because the parent was present and it was a professional setting. It's wrong. Yeah. Jeffrey, you missed my show last night. I say the way this shit going, hell, they show that tape, it might be fucking Scooby Dooby Doo on the tape. Shit, at this point. The way this shit going. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You know, just because you want to say it's a professional setting, it's okay. No 12-year-old should, whether white nor black, should be photographed by grown men. I couldn't even spend the night at people's houses when I was coming up. I couldn't go over nobody's house and spend the night. But I'm glad Bill is home. Um, I find it hard to believe that Bill um was raping white women and the white people went along with it back in the 60s And you know, they were still lynching black men for whistling at white women. I find that hard to believe that these people allowed Bill to do this. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't spend the night. Yeah. It's sick. It's sick. And those men, you know, I mean, yeah. And don't get me wrong. I don't condone rape, molestation on any level. Any level. Any level. Any level. But you know, I need somebody to make it make sense because a parent has the parent has accompanied their child to be to be photographed nude. It's okay. Hell no. In a professional setting, hell ain't no professional setting. Motherfuckers photographing a damn 12-year-old girl naked. I know. And they said Steve Greenberg made a tweet about he was trying to get one of those lawyers. And like I said, with his case, it ain't even nothing else to talk about no more because, you know, hell, uh, it's just crazy. I don't know what to believe. Um, I've read the indictments. I'm ready to see everything played out in court, but I'm gonna still support him no matter what. But you know, hell, this shit, R. Kelly shit, done got you. It's too many plots, twists and turns, and whoever writing the script writing a damn good script. Go ahead with your bad self. Yeah. And Bill Cosby is home. Daddy's home. He's old. He's older. He probably can't even get it up. I don't like to see any black man go to prison. Old as he was, they could have put him on house arrest. You know, they didn't have to throw him in prison for some old allegations. And I'm so glad that Bill, they wanted him to register as a sex offender, and he could have got paroled. Um, he could have got paroled. And Bill said, "No, I'm not doing it," because they were never supposed to bring that up. The man told the truth. Yeah, yeah. And so the problem I have with people is don't say it's okay for this person and then you slamming R. Kelly. Uh-uh. No, no. And it's not a point. 12-year-olds being photographed naked is wrong. I don't give a fuck who is there. If, if, because this is what they're trying to say, but it hasn't been proven yet. And if, this is what they're alleging, if it's true, it will come out in court. And it's wrong. 12 years old is wrong on all levels. We can't pick. We can't pick. We can't say because the mother was there. It was okay. Oh, it was a professional setting. We can't do that. It's wrong. Jeffrey, when I saw Bill was free, I was so ecstatic. And I'm just like, Daddy's home because he could have been on home monitors. He could have did this. My parents are from Mississippi, Tula, Mississippi, in the Delta. And the stories that they would tell us and seeing, them talk, Emmett Till's body. Yeah, 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 yeah. And so, like I said, on any end, it's alleged in one case. We know that Brooke's mother pimped her out. 12-year-olds should not be photographed naked. I don't give a fuck who them. So that's all I'm saying. Never, never, never. 12. No. And that's what I'm saying. His team won in the end because, they decided for whatever reason that they didn't like Bill Cosby. Um, you know, um, that, some people say he was trying to buy NBC. Um, yeah. And so, and, he was old. They could have put him on house monitor, house arrest. But see, they started, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. And like I said, take R. Kelly, give us back um Tupac, until everything, you know, the indictments out there, they're saying they got 4 tapes. And until they are in court and everything has been seen or proven, you know, um, and like I say, I don't argue with people over this case. But exactly, Scott, we just don't get to pick what we're going to say is okay and what's not okay. Yeah. Yeah. If you guys want to come in, yeah. 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 And so, the only thing I'm saying And OCOV, everybody wants R. Kelly to have have a fair trial. I don't watch porn, but I got a big kick out of listening to Angie Walker's show one night. I'm like, oh damn, shit. Yeah, yeah. But um it can't be right because they a model or their mother is there or that's what they was doing. It was a professional. We can't pick and choose. You know. That's the only point. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I never watched that tape. Shit. Yeah, 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 yeah. But we can't I do know one thing. You can't tell me it's okay because a 12-year-old is a model and their parent is there and it's a professional setting that it's okay for a 12-year-old to be photographed. But on the other hand, you want to dog father, another parent out, which is the father, for having his daughter dance for people. Yeah, that's all. That's all. I just needed to understand that. And that's what I'm saying. But she said it was okay. They were models. They were modeling for Coco Chanel. I don't give a damn. It was wrong. 12. It was a professional setting. 12. Naked men was looking at a 12-year-old girl. You know. If you're saying you hate rapists, pedophiles, and all of this, but on another hand, you're saying it's okay for a 12-year-old to be photographed naked because her mother's there and it's a professional setting. No. Hey, Ricky. Ricky, we talking about uh um Bill Cosby is home. Thank God Daddy's home. And Lady at Leisure done left again. Um she was trying to explain to me, which it'll never make sense to me. Yeah, yeah. That a 12-year-old can be photographed nude because the mother is there and it's a professional setting. Yeah. And it's okay because it's a professional setting. I said, are you kidding me? Those men had dicks. What does that have to do? They have lust. I mean, what does that have to do with them being professional, not wanting to lust after a 12-year-old child? Because it was professional and the mother was there. It was supposed to be okay. Yeah. 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 And what they did to Brooke Shields. Because from there, she starred in the Blue Lagoon naked at the age of 13. Yeah, yeah. But, they talk about rap because I guess his daughter, they were saying, people was at his house and the daughter was dancing, with some people want to say sexual, where there's no difference. I think she was 11 or 12. Her father was present. We don't know what kind of setting. So you want to, it's no either or. Either it's across the board, no 12-year-old to be photographed. I don't give a damn if no parent is there and what kind of setting it is. But you want to say it's okay for Brooke Shields. That's what models did. That's what Kamora and them did. That shit was fucking wrong. 12 years old, 13, because a parent was with them. You pimped out your child. Yeah. Yeah. No, no, no. But and this is why I don't like to get in arguments with people because the first thing they say, oh, you're defending Rob. No, I'm not defending Rob. Yeah. Yeah. And 17 is a whole big difference from the age of fucking 12. Yeah. 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 Take out Kelly. Um, it's across the board pedophilia and inappropriate. Kamora was 17 when she started modeling. Star said it is wrong, sadly. It happens all the damn time. Spidey say 17 is still immature. And Take R. Kelly, Give Us Back Tupac says it happens all the time because people defend it. It's wrong, period. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Wrong is wrong. I'm good ready. Could everybody please hit the like button? Um, and did anybody want to come on the panel and talk about this? Um, and so that's the link. If anybody wants to come up, yeah, yeah. So we all agree that 12 is an inappropriate age to be photographed nude. Okay. And we all agree, it's wrong. There's no no modeling, no nothing. It's just wrong. Yeah. And so, and so that's the only point I was making is that it's wrong. Yeah. So, yeah, yeah. Okay, so we all agree that it's wrong. And we don't care if no parents was there, no kind of setting, none of that. There's no excuses. So we um that's all. That's all. Yeah. And this is why, like I said, I don't like to argue with people because um it gets you nowhere. Um, you know, you'll never see, some people will never see. It's wrong. Period. Modeling, mother there, professional setting. Well, yeah. Well, that was the point I was trying to make. Take R. Kelly, give us back Tupac. Men have dicks. So you're gonna tell me that because it was a professional setting that they never looked at this girl and lusted after her. Yeah. Naked is naked. Exactly. They were both inappropriate, but yeah. 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 Both inappropriate. But don't bash one and say it's okay for the other. No. Wrong is wrong. Wrong is wrong. And, you know, I might have to face some facts after the trial and I'll give my opinions. I don't know. But we'll see. Yeah. 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 Well, I don't know. Maybe he might, maybe people might sympathize with him, if they say the parents was there or, it was a professional setting. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. 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 Hey, Spidey.
Hey April, how you doing?
Spidey, you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I don't hear you. I've got to get a new phone.
Yep, I'm here. Let me make sure I got my microphone going. Yeah, my microphone is going.
Oh, okay. I hear you. Go ahead.
Okay.
You got the flow.
I ain't want you to be on here by yourself, so I know how that go.
Oh no, I can hold my own. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I can hold my own. If we can't. There are no exceptions in my
Uh,
book.
yep, I know
There are
what you
no
mean.
exceptions. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I don't care if the
Exactly.
mother was there. Well, hell, they saying half of these girls' mothers. You know. So yeah,
Hey, respect my
yeah,
opinion. Hello, everybody. Good evening to you.
yeah.
But yeah,
This is DJ Spider Man.
but
But
it's crazy. It's crazy.
yeah,
And a lot of them
yeah,
parents living their dreams out through those kids. That's what it
yeah,
boiled down to. They can't do it,
yeah,
so they put the kid up to do it and get a kid trauma and psychological issues. Look at a lot of them child stars that don't even act anymore because of being in that line of work at an early age.
yeah.
And a lot of them say they had so much trauma and people was coming on to them and up. I mean, come on, it happens. And
Yeah.
I agree with you. You put a little girl in front of a bunch of men. Hmm, there's gonna be some ideas rolling around.
Yeah. A professional setting. I about hit the ceiling. I'm like a professional setting. Men have dicks. They've got,
Hmm.
I mean, they get aroused. And her mother
Exactly.
was there. What does that, with her mother being there, having to do with anything?
Exactly.
With these men being aroused by a 12-year-old naked girl.
Exactly.
But then in the next breath, you know, um, you wanna they wanna slam because it was a story that came out where R. Kelly had his daughter, dancing. Well, he's the father of his daughter. He was present. You don't know what kind of sex, you're saying because it was a
Exactly.
professional setting. Well, we don't know what was going on at his house. Maybe his daughter was being modeled. But they want to slam him, but you want to say it's okay for her. Well, her father was present, and I'm just saying, if we if 12-year-old is wrong, it's wrong across the board.
Exactly.
That's all.
And somebody made a comment earlier that some countries allow for older men to marry 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old girls. That
Yeah,
is sick.
yeah.
That's sick.
Take
So
R. Kelly,
I
give
mean,
us back Tupac. That's why, like I said, a lot of us girls that grew up was not allowed to sit in men's lap, was
exactly.
not allowed to
Exactly.
go over and have sleepovers
Exactly.
because, you know, uh,
But see, April, people is failing to understand that the morals and values of
yeah,
yesterday ain't there today.
yeah,
It's not there. You got to remember, a younger set of parents is raising kids now, and the first thing they'll say, "I'm not treating my kids like my parents treated me." Well, your parents beat your ass and kept you out of jail, kept you from getting pregnant, or whatever the case is, kept you grounded, kept you in them books. But you're not gonna treat your kids like your. That's why your kids nowadays will beat your ass. I have to say it for what it is. If you don't raise your kids with standards and values, those kids will turn around and beat your ass because you not being that parent. I need some money. Give me some money. I'm not doing this. That type of thing. But you're not gonna treat them like your parents treated you. Hmm. April, something wrong with that picture. Something is
Yeah.
very wrong. So you mean to
Hey,
tell
hey,
me?
Naomi.
You mean to tell me all them times that you gave your parents problems, and you didn't wind up in jail, you didn't wind up dead, but in the same token, you're not gonna raise your now generation kids the way your parents raised you. But your kids nowadays talking back to you, they might even swing on you, or whatever the case is. Hmm. Something's wrong with that picture. See how messed up our people is? Come on now. You got to have some type of values and standards. Because if you don't, these young kids nowadays, your offsprings, will beat you, steal from you. They will do all of these things, but they treat their friends like gold.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with this picture? What is wrong? But again, I say, being a baby boomer, us men have failed this generation to teach them values and standards, because nowadays we are afraid to talk to the young folks that's hanging out on the corner. Because first and foremost, we don't know what they're gonna do. We already know they treacherous, and they
Oh
don't
yeah.
respect nobody. So the first thing you do, you be withdrawn, and you say, "I'm not gonna talk to them. They ain't gonna listen no way." But see, that's the wrong idealism to take, because some of them young folks out there, they want that knowledge and wisdom that you got, but you don't know who's who. But you just can't give up on us like that, because our other
I'll
races then
be
gave up
right
on
back,
us.
everybody. I gotta go in and out so I can share the show to Spidey. I'll be right back. Keep going, Spidey.
All right, but see that's the thing, y'all. Us men of the baby boomer age, we have failed. We have failed our queens. We have failed our, our how would I put this? Our tribe. That's the best way to put it. We failed y'all. We failed y'all. I'll be the first to admit it. But I try to do my part. I try to give wisdom and knowledge to anybody I meet. I don't give a damn if they white or black, Puerto Rican. It don't make a difference. I try to give that knowledge because somebody wants to hear that knowledge. Somebody needs to be liberated from their fucked up way of thinking, their idealism of whatever, and it might just take you to set them free. But that's something. See, we've had some heroes that people have overlooked in our lifetime. We've had some heroes. Look at Malcolm X. A lot of people didn't like his methods, but he got things done. He was a mental focal point for us as a tribe. He got you to say, by any means necessary, I'm gonna protect my family. Hmm. Malcolm got you to understand that we have a greater power that they are afraid of. What's wrong with that picture? Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, family. But see, we got to go back into our history. We got to go back into history in order to find out what's going on today. Look at the effort that Martin Luther King tried to do. And don't get me wrong, the idealism of what Martin was trying to do was a great idea. It was a great idea. But the whole premise of it was wrong. I'm going to say that again. The whole premise of it was wrong. First and foremost, you can't shake the enemy's hand. Knowing the enemy will spit in your face while you shaking his hand. You can't be buddy buddy with the enemy, knowing that they think less of you, lesser than a dog, lesser than any animal, and they'll treat an animal better than they treat us. What's wrong with that picture, family? Now, don't get me wrong. I wasn't raised to be prejudiced or any of those things of that nature. But come on, family. Look at the bullshit that we have to put up with as a tribe. Look what we got to put up with on a daily basis. Family, if you got children, your sons and daughters, and they are of African descent, you can't tell me that you don't worry about your child when they leave home, even if they're on their way to school. We shouldn't have that fear. We shouldn't even have that fear. But we do. We see it every day. All we got to do is turn on our TVs, turn on your radio. A lot of times, what do you hear? Another black person shot dead in the street. And it ain't got to be by police. But the ideal of it, the violence against us, is systematic violence. See, I want y'all to think about something. I want y'all to think. I want you to put on your thinking cap. I want y'all to think about this. I want you to ask yourself this question. And I want you to think about it before you try to to answer the question. But I want y'all to think about this. And it's a very simple question that I'm gonna ask you. Why us? That is a very, 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 very loaded question. It's not a very complex question. It's not a very hard question. It's a very, very easy question. Why us? I'm gonna tell you something. The reason us, this is fact. The fact of it is, we as a tribe, if you are African descent, you hold greater power than any other race on this planet. Other races know this except you. Other races know this except you. Respect my opinion. Now you need to be up here talking to with that robe on with them gold tassels on it. But see, here's the thing. Y'all got to remember something. If you don't know anything about spirituality, even if you don't know anything about religion, but this one thing that you should know.
Because their
that you
parents.
are a powerful being. If you wasn't so powerful, why you think they're trying to limit what you can do? Think about that. They're trying to take away your voting rights. They're trying to say that we are not citizens and we was born and
I'm
raised
back.
in this place. I'm with you, April. The Constitution wasn't written for us. Only way we are mentioned in the Constitution when it talks about slavery or not having any rights. But if you go back and do your research, and if you know about the Constitution, the 14th Amendment clearly states that we are citizens of this business. It ain't a country, it's a business. If you don't think it ain't no business, then you need to go back and do your research. It is a business. Why you think the people that's in charge, the government, the Senate, the House, why you think they don't care nothing about April? Why you think they don't care nothing about respect my opinion? Why you think they don't try to say, hey, April's having a hard time. Respect my opinion, needs some help. Their concern is not with you. Hmm. But this is supposed to be a democracy that we live in. Here's another question I'm going to pose to you all. I want you to think about this. In the Pledge of Allegiance, who do you pledge allegiance to? To the Republic. This is not a democracy. Y'all better understand what they put in front of you so you can grab it. Hmm. But a lot of times we grab at the wrong stuff. We grab at the wrong stuff. Just like we protest the wrong stuff. What's wrong with that picture? Again, why us? Let me tell you something. Respect my opinion, hit on it earlier. We're the closest things to God. We got something no other race on this planet has. We got what they call the God gene. Now, if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty, my African American queens got something that the black male don't have. That's the mitochondrial gene. Hmm. But y'all ain't heard me though. A African American queen, the way her DNA is set up, can produce any race of baby, but it has to be with a black male. But y'all ain't heard me though. Y'all ain't heard me though. We hold power. Them folks know that. Why you think they gave us liberties instead of giving us equality? If you don't know what equality is, you need to go look it up. You need to go look it up. They would not do anything if it gave us a chance to take a step forward. Even if we move up just an inch, they're gonna do everything in their power to keep you where you are. They will lie on you. They will frame you. They will trump up charges on you to keep you from getting ahead. Hmm. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I wasn't raised prejudice, any of that stuff. I know what I see on a daily basis. This is what I see. And if you're not smart enough to see that, I don't care if you are African American descent, I don't care if you're Mexican, Puerto Rican, anything other than Caucasian, you have a problem. Now, if you want to get down to the science and the facts of it all, respect my opinion, hit on it earlier. Just like I said, God's chosen, God's first. To be honest with you, if you go back and do your research, don't take my word on nothing. Don't take my word on nothing. Go back and do your research. You will find out. You will find this out that by you being of African descent, you are the only 100% human on this planet. What's wrong with that picture, family? To be honest with you, if you go back and do your research, them other races ain't even supposed to be here. We supposed to be on this planet all by our lonesome. But y'all ain't heard me though. Y'all ain't heard me. We were supposed to be here by ourselves. Y'all got to remember. Y'all got to remember something. You hold the key to life by being of African descent. Our ancestors taught the world everything it knows, and we're still teaching the world. What's wrong with that picture? We can't get, we cannot even get a high five because of what our ancestors laid down before us. But we get told that we're nothing. We're spirit chuckers. We're porch monkeys. You name it. Anything that's derogatory is associated with a person of African descent. Just about every invention, everything that you got in your house, your electronics, your laptops, your cell phones, was invented by a person of color. Huh. But yet, we don't get an attaboy at least. We get defamed, murdered, assassinated. Got to ask yourself this question again. Why? It seems like that why question is a very, very, very prominent why. It is a fact when people of color spend money, when they got money, the economy moves. So you see how important you are to the economy ecosystem. But yet, in the same token, they don't want to raise the minimum wage so you can spend more. Because if you make more, they're going to raise the taxes, so you're going to spend more. They're going to get theirs back. But to keep you down, keep you downtrodden, to keep you under their feet, those same people that you went and voted for this last election that don't do nothing for you, never have done nothing for you, keeps turning down the things that will help your neighborhoods. They keep turning down things that can get things moving. Again, ask this question: why? Hmm. We are the biggest consumers. So why, when you want to stimulate the economy for the biggest spenders on the planet, hmm, but you just give them bits and pieces, crumbs. Look, family, only way these things are change will change
Oh,
on
we got
this
11.
place that we live in, on this planet that we live in. Only way those things is gonna change. We got to stop saying we're gonna rely
The
on them
group.
to help us. We got to stop saying that. We got to lace up our bootstraps and do things on our own. Stop relying on them folks. We got to do what we got to do. Remember what Malcolm said: by any means necessary. Again, I'm gonna say this again. We protest about the wrong things. The wrong things. Look how they did the young lady Breonna Taylor. Still no justice for that. Hmm. Matter of fact, if you want to get deep down into it, where's the protest for Emmett Till? Hmm. If you want to get deep down to it, if you want to get deep into it, where's the protest for Malcolm X? Hmm. If you want to get deep down into it, where's the protest for Marcus Garvey? Marcus Garvey was one of the most successful African American males to pull together what they call Pan Africanism, where we knew our values, our standards. We didn't rely
Yes,
on
I'm
them
giving
folks.
you Spidey, you got the rope.
So y'all got to remember something. Y'all hold the key to the world. Matter of fact, y'all hold the key to the universe. Because if you did things right, that karma, that law of attraction will come to you like never before. And it's very simple. Do right by each other. Treat each other right. Husbands, treat your wives with respect. Wives, treat your husbands with respect. Do right. Stop letting these world's things dictate to you that you ain't right. A lot of people say, I got to go get this money. I got to go get my hustle on. Well, damn it, start your own business. Get your hustle on. Stop relying on them folks. Stop working for them folks that don't like you in the first place. You got to be smarter than the average bird. You even if you don't know how to start a business, look. there's things that you can do. Damn it, go get your damn government contract. They out there for the grabbing, and it ain't hard to do. Go sell the government a bunch of hammers. Charge their ass $1,000 per hammer. Come on now. You can't play the game if you're not a player in the game. Go back and do your research. Go back and do your fact finding. Go back and do your fact checking. We got so many great examples as heroes that have been African American. We ain't got no role models now. We can't say Al Sharpton is a role model. We can say he is a sellout.
Ooh, oh my God! I'm bringing you a glass of water, Pastor.
You can't even say Jesse Jackson is a role model, but you can say he is a sellout. Come on now. The people
Well,
that we idolize. The people that we idolize. They full of shit. I'm being honest as I can be.
okay, wait a minute. Hold on, Spidey. You say Jesse was a sellout. Now, I know a lot of people, was mad because, like I say, they tried to put it out in the atmosphere that he had something to do with Martin Luther King's death because he changed his room, something normal. But some people fell for the okie doke and never liked Jesse after that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is what I'm saying. We listen to these people, they put that out there, and, Edgar Hoover had Martin Luther King Jr. killed in that hospital. He was still alive. But
He was
they
still
know
alive.
us black folks, we're not going to stick together. And so, Jesse had something to do with it.
Now, April. Now, if you go back and check, because see, a lot of those files and cases, a lot of those transcripts have been made available now, so you can look them up online. The statute of limitation run out, so they got to put it out there. And there is a document. There's a document showing that Jesse took a payout. There is a document. I gotta do is go look.
You're gonna have to find that. I'm gonna have to find that. Yeah.
And he took $6 million. Yep.
Well, I wouldn't believe it. And the only reason I say that is because Jesse Jackson didn't live like he had $6 million. Okay? I grew up in Operation Breadbasket and Operation Put. And that's what I say. They'll still put stuff out there.
Now, April, I can't say it. If they gave that man $6 million all in one lump sum, I can't say that. They could have nickel and dimed him over the years. That could have been the case. I don't know.
If that's the case, if they owed him something, his son would have never went to prison. So,
I'm putting them past them people, April, because them people is treacherous.
And that's what I say. That's what I say.
So, I mean, they still make an example out of folks just to say, okay, yeah, we did that. So I'm putting them past them folks.
I don't need them. But they put that out in the atmosphere. And you still got people, they don't even want to believe, like, Hoover ordered Martin and Malcolm to be killed. You
Exactly.
know, um,
At that time, J. Edgar Hoover was one of the most racist.
yeah,
I can't call him white because he wasn't white because he had black blood. So
yeah,
that's puzzling me. But he
yeah,
couldn't stand people of color.
yeah.
He couldn't stand people of color. So, but yeah,
Well,
J. Edgar Hoover did a lot of things.
yeah.
A lot of
You
things
know,
that's bad.
he saw how powerful that we could be if
Exactly.
we all combined. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And so,
But look, the thing about it.
and see, that's why, you know, it's hard for me to believe. My parents come from Chula, Mississippi, down there in the Delta.
Yep,
It's hard for
I'm familiar
me
with it.
to believe all the stories I heard them to say, and I know Hollywood didn't like black people. I can never believe that Bill Cosby was raping white women and getting away with it, and they let him get away with it. I just cannot, you know.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
you know, I, you, I
But
can
see,
never believe that
but
they
see,
could have replaced him with somebody else. I'll just
exactly.
never believe they allowed him to rape white women.
Exactly. So
You-
then you got to look at the fact too. Even I don't know if it's 100% true that he was trying to purchase NBC. I don't know, but
Yeah.
here's the deal. This is my take on it. Even if he was trying to purchase NBC, that'd have been his up under his own fruition. But just say if he was, and that was the case for them trying to bring him down. But now since he's out, if he wasn't trying to buy NBC, I if I was him, I'll come back even stronger and build my own damn network.
Oh, they'll kill him before they let him do all of that. You know, they'll kill him. But I'm so glad he didn't give in. You know, when he went before the parole board, and he's like, "No, I'm not.
Mhm,
I'm not going to say, uh, you know, be listed as a sexual predator on the
mhm,
list. No,
mhm.
oh, this, um, and so I'm so glad that he won that. And you know, um, I don't believe in rape and molestation or none of that. But I just can't believe like back in the 60s and 70s they allowed a black man to do that. I'll never believe that. I just
Look, back then you still had the KKK who come in your house and take you and your family out. So
what I'm saying.
I don't buy it either. But for what
And
like I say,
and, and,
even
and in Hollywood
right,
and Bill Cosby wasn't you know this great this
right,
this great looking guy. They could have found other black men to replace him. You know. And so, you know, I just will never believe that. Now I will believe, like he said in his statement, that this what they did back in the day. That's what they did. They had, you
right.
know, he
That was
provided the Quaaludes. And
right.
see, he said that he told the truth, and they
Hmm.
tried to use the truth against him.
Hmm.
You know, and
Look, they always gonna do that, April. They always going to try to twist things for
yeah,
their favor and benefit.
yeah,
Now, even though
and
you
so
telling the truth, they will twist things.
yeah, and
Just
told the
just
truth. This is what we did. this. But it's
Mhm.
hard for me to believe in that time era, you know.
Yep, because you
And
you had because back then you had hippie power. People was having orgies and all this other type of stuff like this. There was a lot
yeah,
of drugs, quaaludes, teas and blues, you name it. All this stuff was floating around,
yeah,
and quite a few people was off into that. Then I'm quite sure Hollywood was probably way up there when it come to passing this stuff out. It was they probably was passing out like candy.
yeah, yeah.
So,
And
but for them to pinpoint on one particular person when you got millions of people that did the same type of stuff back then, come on now. But this guy
yeah,
just happened to be black. Y'all
yeah,
got to wake up and smell the coffee.
yeah. And you know,
And right,
and if
and
it
like I said,
did
if you don't
happen,
believe in a systemic, you said what, April?
that's what I say. Respect. She says back in that day, that behavior was normal. And so he said, "Yeah, I
Hmm.
provided the Quaalos. I was the party girl. You know, I drugged some of the women for sex. You know, it was all hey rocking with the truth. You know, it was all consensual, and they were never supposed to bring that up, but they wanted to bring him down so bad, and
Hmm.
I don't know why. They don't want us to be in the history books, you know. And so
They
this
don't want us
is
to be in
what
they don't want us to be in the books that they created in the first place because our history will never be erased.
yeah.
That's what people don't understand. Hey, rocking with the truth.
Hey, Rock,
Y'all got to look at something.
and you know they could have had him be on house arrest.
Why would
You
they do
gonna
that?
sit and
Wh-
you
Why would they do that?
and you know
Why would they do
and
that? He's a
see
black man. Why would they do that?
yeah,
Why
but
they
you know now
why would they give him a privilege?
and I bet you Harvey Weinstein was living way better than Bill was. He's living way
Mhm.
better than Bill was in
So
prison.
why would they give Bill Cosby privileges? Why would they do that? He's a black man. Why would they give him that?
Yeah,
See, family, what I'm getting at? You hold great power. You have to realize
rocking
the
with the
power that you have.
truth.
You got to
Yeah,
realize what you got in you. You have to realize that them folks that's in charge, they are envious, jealous, and they hate you. And it comes down to this: you are the chosen people.
yeah,
Because if you wasn't chosen, you wouldn't go through turmoil. You wouldn't go through strife. You wouldn't go through the things that we go through on a daily basis.
yeah,
So that tells you you hold some type of power. Them folks are afraid of you. That's why they'd
yeah,
rather assassinate you. That's why they rather throw you in jail so they can make money off you. Hey, that sounds like slavery. Wait a minute. I thought somebody said slavery was dead. No, it
yeah,
ain't either.
yeah.
Hmm.
You know, they take our story and twist them. You know, but
Why they tell the truth? Because it'll prove that they're lying.
you know, and if he did do that, you know, I'm sorry that that happened to y'all. I really am.
Exactly.
But it's hard for me to believe that. You know.
I don't believe it. I don't look. Like I say, even if he didn't try to buy NBC, even if he didn't, benefit of the doubt here, even if he didn't, maybe he could have been throwing the idea around. I wonder what would happen if I buy this. Somebody of non-color heard this. Oh, he said he buying NBC. See how
Yeah.
things can get misstrued
Well,
the wrong way.
Yeah.
And
The show was,
it could have been
you
to
know,
that extent.
yeah. Well,
It
I
could.
don't, I didn't know that. All I knew is, you know, I liked the Cosby Show. I thought it was a good, positive show. And then I like A Different
Hmm.
World.
Wait
You
a minute.
know, it was,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You just said something. He was producing positive content. Hmm.
yeah, a
It wasn't
black.
no. It wasn't no drug dealers on that show. It wasn't no pimps. Wasn't no prostitutes. Huh.
Yeah.
I wonder if that had anything to do with them trying to destroy his character. Hmm.
And they said he talked about black people. Well, hell, I talk about them. They is naming these kids shit names I can't pronounce.
Hmm.
You know, they are wearing the sagging pants. You
Hmm.
know, I mean, but I know he was for college, and that's the only thing because I felt like everybody isn't college material, and
Mm-hmm.
there is trade school,
Mm-hmm.
but and I don't care what these people doing in they personal life, you know, uh, you know, but he produced some positive things.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Hmm. But see, like I say, again, you got to look at the overall picture, y'all. This man was producing positive shows. Fat Albert, another one. Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
So y'all got to realize something. A black man that's putting out positive messages. Oh, maybe have the idea of starting or buying a network. Oh, we can't have that.
Yeah.
Nah,
Rocking with the
but
truth is
it took 30 years
how
for them
many,
to bring up charges on this man. So come on now.
yeah, uh, read Rocking with the Truth opinion, what she stated.
Rocking with the truth, I'm with you on that. You say how many of us really know our history, not his story, that doesn't reflect us as kings and queens that we
Uh,
are. Rocking with the truth, we got to realize they ain't going they have gave us what they want us to have and take into our spirit. That's why a lot of us don't have nothing. That's why a lot of us can't get nothing. Hmm. That's why a lot of us is struggling to struggle. Hmm. So if they fill your mind and see when you put something to the mind, it cultivates the heart. Now that becomes a belief system. Once you take that bull crap into your system, into your spirit, your subconscious say, I'm gonna keep replaying this. 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 And when you try to look for your blessings or your comeuppance, you can't get them because your spirit is so full of bullshit, of whitewashed bullshit, of brain washed bullshit. Hmm. You got to
read respect my opinion comment.
respect my opinion. Said corruption at its finest. He thought he was accepted because he surrounded himself with them. Bill got a rude awakening. I bet he saw his true color when those cuffs went clink. I bet you he did too.
I bet you he did too, because they let him know you might have been hanging out. at that Playboy mansion, but
Mm-hmm.
them people don't give a damn about you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now here's some that and don't get me wrong, all white people is not bad. They are not. You got some that go to bat for you. That will jump in front of you and take a bullet for you. All white people ain't bad. I can't say that. But we know for a fact that there is a lot of them that their intentions, their their thought process, their heart content ain't right. We know this for a fact. We see it every day. But see, here's the thing: you got to remember something. You have to remember this. You, a person of ancient descent, you hold great power. That's what they're trying to keep away from you. They know the time is coming when there's going to be a earthly shift. And there's a time coming soon. Respect my opinion. April is going to come into their full power of their queenness, their full power of their abilities. If you don't believe this, go look it up. I'm not going to tell you something that I don't know and I haven't researched. You're going to come into your abilities. If April's ability is to heal people, then her ability will be full blown. It will be fully developed where she's able to heal people. And it could be to the point where April just think about somebody being healed and they're healed. But see, if you don't know your history, if you don't know your ancestry, you won't know these things. You think I'm just making stuff up.
Oh no.
Do your research. Do your research. Know that your
Yeah.
ancestors taught this world. Your ancestors' bloodline is running through you. So if you, yeah, I'm quite sure you probably didn't had an ancestor. You got one of them ancestors that you call, or a family member that you call when things get hot and you need some backup. You can call
Oh,
on that relative.
I,
You got
yeah. I
ancestors that was
call
like
them all my aunts and uncles because I got a little bit of all of them in me.
that.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
quite sure you got that family member that if you need to ride or die, they got your back.
Oh,
Don't
plenty
forget.
of
Don't forget. Your ancestors was like that also. But your
them.
ancestors probably was worser. Your ancestors probably was worser.
Yeah.
So y'all got to remember, you living through your ancestor. That's why you have to change your idealism. Like I say, don't get me wrong, all white people ain't bad,
No,
but don't
no,
hold
they're
all
not.
white people
I
accountable
got
for the
some. I,
few.
I got some alphabet friends. I got some white friends, some Puerto Rican friends. But like I said, I know I am a black beautiful queen, and you know it is what it is.
Yep,
But
it
I
is.
ain't put nothing past nobody. My only
Mm-hmm.
thing that I have issues with people is, you know, d- don't shift things to suit you. I mean, if you don't like something across the board, you don't like nothing. Period. Hey, when I got in this thing defending R. Kelly, a lot of people, why you defended him? He was a family friend. Hell, I can't choose what these people do, what crimes they
Exactly.
commit.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
so I'm not going to, you know, wrong is wrong on all parts.
Exactly.
So I can't give one person a pass and say, But you did this too. No, it don't work like that.
Exactly.
Wrong is wrong, you know.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
so, and that's how I was raised, you know. Oh, you know, like how you gonna? Oh, that's like saying one sin is better than another sin. No, they're all wrong. You're breaking the commandment,
Hmm.
you know. But you want to go out and cheat, or or then you want to bring up in my face, thou thou shalt not kill, or why I'm supporting somebody and I done went downtown with you with your son, um, charged with attempted murder and all kind of shit, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
And so hit me with y'all hypocritical ass. I ain't
Now,
trying to hear.
I'm finna say something, April, and believe it or not, everybody that's listening to my voice, you might not have the intentions of being one of them people that go out and murder folks, but I want y'all to realize something. You can't call a murderer, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you are a murderer also, and I'm finna prove it to you that you're a murderer. How many flies you killed yesterday? You took a life, no matter how small and minute it is. That fly could have been buzzing around your head all day. That fly pissed you off. What did you do? You
Kill
killed.
it.
So you're a murderer. Remember when that mosquito was buzzing around your ear last night? What did you do? You just say, "Go on, mosquito, stop playing. I ain't playing with you. Go on, go on." What you do? You killed it. So you can't call a person a murderer without holding that title yourself. I got to think about that. Some of y'all might have them prehistoric creatures running around in your house, them roaches, and you go buy them bombs and you kill them. Guess what you is?
Hmm.
You're a murderer. So, I mean, it is what it is. You can't,
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is. Just like a thief. If a thief steals a pencil and another person steal a car, who's more of a greater thief? Both of them are still thieves. They stole. Thou shalt not steal. It's one of the commandments. Thou shalt not murder is one of the commandments.
Yeah.
Mhm. Thou shalt not be stupid is a commandment. You know right from wrong. You know right from wrong. The thing about it, family, this is something that you have to realize. The power that you hold, the power that you possess, other races want what you got. Why you think there's a thing called organ harvesting? They want your melanin.
Yeah.
They want your superior body parts. They want these things because you are superior. It's a scientific fact. The royaltiness that you hold, they don't want you to experience that. They'll do anything to keep you from holding your crown and wearing your crown. They will lie. They will fabricate. They will destroy your character. They will garnish your bank account. They will make you lose your job.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Ooh, you creeper. You need
So
some more
you
water,
can't
creeper.
realize the importance that you play, not only to yourself, but to the world. Hmm. But like I said earlier, there's a shift coming.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
And if you don't know
It's
anything about the astrological effects of the different planets and different things of that nature, hmm, I think you need to look into it. Everybody has a zodiac sign. The zodiac sign comes with, okay, give example, a Cancer by chance, loving, really don't play with folks. Me, the other folks, I don't play with other people's children. So, but anyway, but you get the point. Everybody's zodiac sign has what that sign does, or loving, or whatever the case is, but it's there.
yeah.
But why do you think zodiac signs came with what this person's about? Hmm. But we're coming to the age of Aquarius.
You
Don't
believe in all
Aquarius
of
remind
that
you of
astrology?
water? Hmm. Do your research and find out what the age of Aquarius is. Now, didn't they have one of those TV shows on a long time ago? Age of Aquarius? Hmm.
I think it was a song.
I need to go back and do your research. You might just find out what your destiny is in life.
Mm,
We all got a destiny. Everybody has a destiny.
yeah.
April destiny might be helping people. Respect my opinion destiny might be helping people or teaching or whatever the case is. But you got to know what your destiny is. But if you sit around and do nothing and wait on them folks to lift you up, good luck with that one. Good luck with that one. Because you can do it by your damn self. Some things you need them folks for, but your life you don't. I'm gonna say that again. Some things you need them folks for, but your life you don't.
Yeah.
And see, rocking with the truth say, by being a Libra, always trying to find her balance, but don't tip the scales.
Yeah.
Hmm. But see, the thing about it, again, there's a shift coming. And if you are in tune with the earth, if you are in tune with nature, you can feel this shift. You will feel this shift. As us being the raw ones, the raw chosen ones, we supposed to be able to feel those shifts. We're supposed to be able to feel those. I put it to this way, family. By you being a person of African descent, of ancient descent, the power that you possess,
Hey,
wifey
wifey.
forever, gone cancer sis. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You hold a great, great, great power. Believe it or
Oh,
not. You can believe this if you
right.
don't. And if you don't, I really don't care. But it's the truth. The power that April possessed in her. April got enough power to move the most biggest mountain with her mind. Believe it or not. We ain't ready for that. We are not ready for that. We can't even comprehend that. April got the power within her to heal people. including herself. Our minds can't fathom that. But it is true. It is a scientific fact. It is a fact. It's a fact that people of color has something no other race on this planet has. And it's called the God gene. If you know what the God gene is, I want you to look it up, do your research, and find out what it is. No other race on this planet has it. What you have, no other race has. Your ancestors were here first. There was no other people on this planet but your ancestors. When your ancestors was on this planet by themselves. Now get this now. Get this now. A bunch of black people on this planet loving on each other, helping each other, making sure the young folks didn't get out of hand, taking care of the old folks when they got sick, taking care of the land, make sure everybody ate. What's wrong with this picture? What's wrong with that picture? And you say, did they really do that? Yes, they did. Matter of fact, when your ancestor was on this planet, there was no wars. There was no rumors of wars. There was the tribe taking care of each other. Now, if you say, am I my brother a keeper? That's what was taking place on this planet. I'm saying it again. Am I my brother's keeper? That was taking place on this planet before other
Spidey,
races
you
came
got some
about.
comments. You got some comments.
Hmm.
Read your comments.
Any other race, Asian, Caucasian, it don't make a difference. They are not native to this planet. But then again, how come we get done so badly? How come there's no respect for the originals? How come there is no sympathy for when one of us gets murdered in the street? Hmm. How come there's no outcry? What's wrong with that picture? Something is definitely wrong. Something's wrong with that picture, family. Now, if you look at it, and some of y'all have heard me say this before, we are not even on the totem pole. But wait a minute, the LBGTQ, and I think it's a U now, they're on the totem pole. But we are nowhere on the totem pole. We still in the dirt. What's wrong with this picture, family? Something is definitely wrong. Things that make you say, Now, by me saying that, if you haven't realized by now the great power that you hold, that the importance that you carry, if you ain't realized that by now, then I don't know what to tell you. Why do you think they gunned down us in the streets and there's no repercussion on their end? You got to ask that question. Why? Ain't murder murder? And a lot of people that get murdered in the street or unarmed. What's wrong with that picture? Why do you think when they got to go to trial, they pick an all white jury? Ain't that breaking some type of against the law? Hmm. But when a black person on trial, it's an all white jury. Hmm. It's not against the law then. Hmm. Again, I want y'all to think. We can do better. We can be better. We are better anyway. But we can't let everyday life, we can't let it dictate to us that we don't have that royalty, that we should hold our head up high. We should hold our head up with pride and stop protesting about the wrong stuff. You want to protest about something? Go back and protest about Emmett Till, the woman that lied on him, that was never brought to justice, that she admitted. Wait a minute. April, did you say something about Bill Cosby admitted the truth about what he did? And they stuck him in jail. Hmm. The lady that lied on Emmett Till admitted that she lied. Hmm. She ain't seen she haven't seen what the inside of a jail cell look like. This happened when? 1960 what? Come on now. Where is the justice? Oh, wait a minute. Ain't no justice for us. It's just us. So when you realize that just us need to pull together, we might come up with something. Hmm. Things that make you say, hmm. Oh, wait a minute. Did they ever do justice for Breonna Taylor? No. Did they ever do justice for Fernando Castile in Minnesota? No. Did they ever do justice for Sandra Bland? No. Did they ever do justice for Freddie Gray? No. Did they ever do justice for Eric Garner? No. Did they ever do justice for Mike Brown? No. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did they ever do justice for the 3 civil rights workers in Mississippi that got killed by the KKK? Wait a minute. No. Wait a minute, y'all. There's a pattern here. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. So what you protesting about? There's plenty of things to protest about. Wait a minute. Did Medgar Evers get killed in his driveway in Alabama? Oh, wait a minute. The white guy that did it, he admitted that he killed Medgar Evers. But it took them years to put him in jail after he got old and crippled and senile. So justice was done on that part of it. But wait a minute. Why did it take so long for them to bring that man to justice? Y'all got to think now. Y'all got to think. Hey, Phoenix Rising, how you doing? She said it has nothing to do with the alphabet. It is because there is no unity among our people. The other groups will band together without liking each other. It gets the job done or change something. Hmm. Well, Phoenix, I can answer that question. You know why we can't come together? It starts with your TV. It starts with your radio. It starts with letting those people put into you to not like April, respect my opinion. It is programmed into you to hate your sister queen. It is programmed into you not to work side by side with your sister queen. So I asked the question, what do you do to stop that cycle? Hmm. There's some things that you can do to stop that haterade from taking place. There's things you can do. Phoenix Rising, I'm not a militant. I'm not a philosopher. I'm just me. Studying on a spiritual plane to be grounded spiritually. That's who I am. Wife you forever. I was speaking nice. I was speaking nice. I'm always nice. I'm always nice. I'm always trying to give positive input and output. You know, that ain't me. Not something I can get fired up about now, especially when bullshit's involved. You hear me and you hear April talking about put on that robe now. But I'm always nice. But the thing about it, family, we got to do better. We got to do better. And we can do better. We can do better. But like I say, there's a shift coming. So for you non-believers that don't believe that you have greater powers, that you have those abilities, for those of y'all that think that stuff is spookyism or spookism, or think that stuff is voodoo and all this other stuff. I put it to you this way, and I want y'all to think about this. But you see how they put stuff where you grab it and you hold on to it, and it can develop into your subconscious as bullshit. They try to say magic is bad, but y'all didn't hear what I said though. They try to say magic is of the devil's work. Let me put it to you this way. Every time your ancestors went out to their garden and got herbs to heal a fever or heal a cut or heal a ailment, that was considered magic or voodoo. So what is it going to be? Is it wrong or right? Respect my opinion. You're right. It has to begin with what? It has to begin with education. Let's educate each other. Damn it, let's start our own damn school. Let's let April set us up a StreamYard classroom so we can come in there and teach. Everybody bring their lessons to the table. Everybody bring the knowledge with them and see if we can't move things. It can be done. Why don't we do that? It's easier said than done. But see, here's the thing. You got to put forth that effort. You got to, or you should anyway. You know, April, that might not be a bad idea. I'm gonna get with finesse and see if we can do some virtual teaching. That might not be a
Oh,
bad
okay,
idea.
that'll be great. Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm not going. I'm not going
It might not be a bad idea
along with a white person doing
because
something and
we
condemn
need
my black
to put
brother or
information
sister.
out there
That
that you need to
in this
gravitate to,
lifetime
that you need to
will
put
I
into
do
your
that?
spirit so you can get that bullshit out your spirit.
Yeah,
So you can get that bullshit out of your car. Oh, if you
yeah,
don't know what car is, go look it up. I can't give you everything,
yeah,
but I can point you in the right direction.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a hint.
I'm just now.
Your
Uh, uh,
ancestors,
I love all of my
they
black
knew what
brothers
car
and
was.
sisters. Yeah,
They knew what car was.
yeah,
If you talking about car, that's that God within you. Because God is in you. Hmm. Go find your car. It's already there. You got to change the way you think. You got to change your eating habits. Stop eating this dead food. Stop putting dead stuff into your body. And you wonder why you go to sleep immediately after you eat. You wonder why you got a pot belly. You wondering why your arthritis is acting up. Hmm. Stop eating dead stuff. Stop drinking dead stuff. And I can hear somebody asking the question, what about water? I'm glad you asked that question. Same as food. Water should be living as well. Hmm. Water should be living. That don't mean that you got fish swimming around in the water when you're trying to drink it. No, that's not what that means. You need water that's living. Just like you need food that's living. Hmm. The best water for you to use is distilled water. Distilled water. Distilled water. Distilled water. It's the best water you can use. The best water for you. First and foremost, it's living water.
yeah,
It follows the process of nature. It follows the process of nature. And I'm going to tell you what that is. But hey, when you text people something and they text you back something totally different than other than what you asked, oh Lord, have mercy. Boy, I tell you, my folks. Mm, mm, mm. Um, let me find this right quick. Let me find this. Let me find this. Let me find this. Let me find this. All right. But yeah, you want to put stuff that's living into your body. It's got to be living. Food got to be living. It's got to be living. Got to be. It should be living. Yep. And okay, the natural water cycle is a continuous movement of water. Nah, continuous movement of water. The water got to be moving. If it's moving, it's living. Nah, when the last time you went outside when it was raining and you stepped into a water puddle? That water ain't moving. The water's dead. It's stagnant water. Hmm. Distilled water goes through the process of evaporation, transpiration, condensation, and pat- precipitation. That's the four processes of water. That's nature. That's how nature works. Evaporation, transpir- transpiration, condensation, and precipitation is the processes of nature. Distilled water follows that same principle. Distilled water is better for you. That's the best water for you to put into your system. It don't have all them chemicals. It don't have all that the extra minerals in it. Now, if you don't know what minerals is, if you don't know what minerals that's in water, what could it be? They could have added salt to the water. They could have added fluoride to the water. They could have added formaldehyde. If you don't know what formaldehyde is, that's embalming stuff that they put into your drinking water. But you didn't hear me though. Formaldehyde is what they use in embalming dead bodies. But they put this into your drinking water. Hmm. Some of your food has formaldehyde in it. Do you read what you eat before you put it into your mouth? Come on, family. We got to do better. Be smarter than the average buyer. Be smarter than that. Y'all got to remember something. We got to rely on them folks for our food. Why would they tell you if they're going to poison you? Why would they? That ain't their obligation to tell you that they're going to poison you. But y'all ain't hear me though. If they can get you sick, you go to the hospital, you spending money. They want you to spend all your money. They want you to be broke. They want to stay in your pocket. Because if they stay in your pocket, then they got control over you. But you ain't heard nothing I said. You ain't heard nothing I said. They stay in your pocket. They got control over you. But y'all ain't heard me though. Come on, family. Again. Again. We protest about the wrong thing. We protest about the wrong thing. But in the same tone and in the same token, we accept the bullshit that they give us. What's wrong with that picture? Our ancestors and us have been oppressed for over 400 plus years. What has joining them folks in the fights in the street, what has that brought us? Holding up picket signs, yelling at the top of your voice, blocking people from going into businesses. When all that's said and done, what have our people gained from it? Hmm. What have we gained? Not a damn thing. Hmm. There's a promise. Oh, we're gonna talk about equality. Hmm. Oh, really? What did they do? They gave equality to the LGBTQ community. Hmm. Oh, wait a minute. Me and my ancestors been around for 400 plus years. The LGBTQ community only been around for 2 days, in the matter of speaking. But they got better rights than April do, than Wifey Forever, Respect My Opinion, Phoenix Rising. But they got better equality benefits than, what's wrong with that picture? Something definitely wrong. Wow. They go to show how much that they don't want us to advance. Because if we advance, follow me real carefully now. If we advance, they have less control over you. But y'all ain't heard anything I said. If you advance, they got less control over you. If you advance, if you advance, you don't need them as much or don't need them at all. But you ain't heard nothing I said. You ain't heard nothing I said. Keep that in mind. Do the best you can, family. Be the best person that you can. Regardless whatever you grew up believing. Whatever you grew up believing. I'm gonna say this to you. If you grew up in a religious household, and if for 1 second you doubted anything, but y'all ain't heard me though. If you doubted anything, it could be a little small, minute something that was written in the Bible that you didn't agree with. Then it means that your spirit ain't easy. But you try to hold on to those traditions and stuff that your parents and grandparents put in front of you. Keep that in mind, what I just said. You hold on to traditions that your parents and grandparents put in front of you. I'm going to ask you this question. How you know they was right? Rocking with the truth said, thank you, Spider. I'm trying to obtain financial wealth for my children and grandchildren now. So I feel you, but um, uh, April, can you go back to the other one, the one before Finish Rising?
Yeah, I'm
Feel
sorry.
you,
I'm
but
back,
the
y'all.
plantation will be
I
calling
had
me in
to
the
make
morning.
me snack.
Rocking with the truth, I understand, sis, but yeah, it's financial freedom. You can gain it, and it don't take a lot to get that going for you and yours. It can be a very simple thing, and it could be something very simple as $5 a week. It adds up, but we got to be disciplined enough not to touch that $5 a week. All right,
You
but you can
know
go
what's
back to
so
Phoenix
funny?
Rising, but it can be
What was
done.
so funny back in the day?
Uh,
Every time I
Off topic,
saved
but
money,
let me explain something. I never liked Mary Blige's music because I could not identify with her, what her story was, because it wasn't mine. I can't relate to, yeah, Phoenix Rise. I'm with you on that. Now, um, I'm with you on that. I am with you on that. But when you try to relate, that this is to me this is like having a soulmate. Now here's the thing: in order for y'all to be soulmates, that don't mean that y'all got to be romantically or sexually involved. Believe it or not, your sister can be your soulmate. That means y'all got a lot of things in common that y'all identify with each other. That the commonality for her to think the same way that you think, for her to treat the same, treat people the same way that you would, that type of thing. That's what soulmates is. It's a bonding. But I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. And some people you just can't relate to. But see, here's the thing too. Phoenix Rise, you gotta look at this too. And from what I get out of Mary's music, that she done went through some trauma, especially in relationships. But see, here's
I
the
love
thing.
Mary J.
You
Blige.
got to ask this question. Why is she going through trauma? There go that question, why again? Why is she going through trauma? Here's the thing.
Oh,
We
Mary J.
ask for
Blige has a
things.
documentary out
And a lot of
also.
time it's the same thing that we had before. It said we have soldiers out here doing their part to make change. Women groups, men groups, students. But the thing about it, there's some people out there that's trying to make change. That's doing their part. There's people trying to do their part. And it don't make no difference what race you is, black, white, Puerto Rican, whatever. It don't make no difference. There's people out there trying to do their part. But the opposition will try to keep them from doing their part. What's up? What's wrong with that? That says something very seriously is wrong with society as a whole. That says there is something wrong. When people can't come together, when somebody's life is taken, people can't come together and say, let's do something about this. Let's stop this from happening. But yet, in the same sentence, they're defaming. They are throwing negative intonations out there. They're smearing the effort. Why do you think that is? Again, if you take a positive step, you're that closer for them losing the grip on you. They can't have that. They want to keep you fighting like crabs at the bottom of a barrel. They rather for you to do that than you be standing out front and you're smiling because you got money falling out of every pocket that you got. Matter of fact, you got money falling out the person's pocket that's sitting right next to you. Also, they don't want you to have that. They're doing everything in their power to keep you from achieving that wealth. But let me tell you something. The universe, God says that you are entitled to wealth, that you are entitled to prosperity, that you are entitled to these things because you are royalty. I know you've heard this before. Ask and you shall receive. You better start asking. But you got to change your mindset. You got to change your heart. When you capture the mind influences the heart. When that thought of mind, that thought of hatred, envy, jealousy, they're going to start cultivating in your heart. You got to change your mindset, which changes your heart. You got to, or you should anyway. Or you should. All right, April. I'm getting this one little health tip. I gotta get out because I gotta give me some rest. Here's a health tip for you. If you all are playing with our little friends, the mosquitoes, let me tell you something. Get you some peppermint oil. Put it on your window sills. Put it on your kitchen counter. Not on the counter where you eat at. Away from it. You don't want to put it on surfaces where you prepare food. You don't want to put it on your sink where you gotta wash the dishes and stuff. You know, the cracks and crevices around your home, the window sills, up under the door. Get you some pure peppermint oil that'll keep the mosquitoes at bay. That'll keep them at bay. The peppermint oil, what it does, it irritates their nervous system. Keep that in mind. You got them little creatures running around, the mice isn't going on. Drop you some peppermint oil in every corner of your house. That'll run the mice out of your house. It messes with their nervous system. It irritates their nose. Same thing with mosquitoes. Same thing with flies. Same thing with gnats. Get you some pure peppermint oil. And if you get bit by a mosquito, rub some of that peppermint oil on that mosquito bite. It'll take that itching and stuff away. Black folks need to stop crying over spilled milk. Group together amongst themselves. Why not create another Black Wall Street? Phoenix Rising, I'm with you on that, sis. When you organize that, let me know. Let's get this going. Let's get it going. Let's not talk about it. Let's be about it. I'm with you on that. And you're right. Then you stop crying over spilled milk. Damn it, go buy a damn cow. That way you ain't gotta go to that man to get no milk. You got milk for yourself. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that picture? If you don't know how to be a farmer, dag nabbit, you are natural farmers. Hmm. You don't know how to mess with a garden? Dag nabbit, you are a natural gardener. Yep, we suffer from lack of knowledge. Yes, we do. Finish rise. I'm with you, sis. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I am with you on that one. But see, here's the thing. And y'all have heard me say this before. Education is key. How come we can't educate ourselves to start up a business? And here's a prime example of let's start our own Black Wall Street. Here's a prime example. All right, let's get together. No matter what state you in, let's do this so we can build something huge where it could benefit all of us. Here's an idea. Here's the idea. Let's get together with 4 or 5 people that's in different states. Follow me on this. 4 different states, 4 or 5 different states. Let's get together. Okay, let's say let April get involved in this. Let's help April find a building in Chicago or Joliet that's reasonable, that don't need a whole lot of work to get it up and going, that has a solid foundation, that has multiple floors in it. This is how we're going to build generational wealth. Multiple floors. And see, here's the thing. Say if this building got 3 floors, and we help April get this building. So maybe the building costs 100 grand. We pull together some money, get some investors together, and buy this property. Okay, you got 3 floors. Why not have all your businesses like a little small 3-level shopping mall in that building? Why not have businesses in that building? You might have 40, 50 businesses between your 3 floors. Here's the thing. Say your mortgage for that building is 10 grand a month. Say maybe your light bill is 10 grand or 20 grand a month. Those people that you got in that apartment building, I mean that building with you, your tenants, make them partners in that building. Give them percentage of that building so they can work on, this is my, you know, the building gonna stay cleaner because they are invested in that building. They got a stake in that building. If that building make money, they get a percentage of it. Thank you, Phoenix Rising. There's ways of doing stuff. Then say if Phoenix Rising get involved in that idea, find a building where she's at. Find a building. Do the same thing. We can do it. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. We got to put action behind Let's do. What's
Hello,
up, Greg?
Gregory.
We got to put action behind let's do. Stop talking about doing something. Look, if you ain't gonna slap a sucker across the mouth, then don't talk about it. Talk is cheap. You can talk until you're blue in the face. You're gonna talk until you're blue in the face. Me ain't never been a talker. I ain't never been the type person to do all that talking. It's about action, family. We can do this. Hey, why not? We can start out small. Phoenix Rising, we can start out small. Hey, grow your little garden on the side of your house. April grow a little garden where she at. Different fruit. So maybe April do tomatoes, you do uh, turnips or whatever the case is. Let's pool our resources together. We got the fruits and vegetables. Sell the stuff locally. Keep that money within your area. Invest the money back into your business. The Black Wall Street incident happened because of jealousy, because envy, because of pure hatred. What's up, Gregory? How you doing, man? That's why Black Wall Street took place. That's why Tulsa, Oklahoma stood out because it was the most flourishing. That's why. Because of envy, hatred, jealousy. Hmm. That's why it took place. But y'all got to remember something. Y'all got to remember something. Them people back in that day and time with the evilness, the orneriness, the straight out devilish intent to the extent to drop bombs on a city. That tells you right there the hatred, the envy, the jealousy. That tells you what them folks have for you. And they still don't want to admit that it happened. They don't want to admit that it took place. But they cause it. But they won't honor up to their mistakes. So you see who you're dealing with? That's why you got to do for you and yours. Make a way for you and yours to survive. Make a way for you and yours not to have to ask nobody for nothing. If them folks can keep you in their pockets, they already got control over you. Stop giving away your power. I'm going to tell you something. Your ancestors were fighters, were warriors, were warrior princesses. These are the people that your ancestors were and still is because they part of you. Your ancestors will go get them. Your ancestors didn't show any fear. Your ancestors are in you. Here's the thing, family. Just like the Black Wall Street that took place in Tulsa, Oklahoma. For those y'all that look at the news and different things of that nature, and you see the hesitation that they don't want to pay the three remaining descendants that is still alive from when that took place. They do everything in their power not to do the right thing. And I'm gonna tell you something. How you gonna do the right thing if the right thing ain't in you already? But y'all ain't heard me though. You can't do the right thing if the right thing is not in you already. Hmm. Things that make you say, huh. But keep that in mind, family. Keep it in mind. Be the best that you can. Do the best that you can. Don't give away your strength. Don't give away your power. You already did that. It's time for a change. It's time for you to look out for you and yours. It's time for you to stand on values and standards. It's time for you to stand strong. It's your time. That don't mean that you ain't gonna run into no opposition along the way. Without opposition, without opposition, your journey be very boring. So keep that in mind. Do what you can. Be the best you can. If you can raise your own garden, if you can raise, whatever, oranges, apples, whatever. But keep this in mind. Don't raise something. Oh, I'm gonna get this pecan tree or pecan bush. Do your research first. A pecan bush might not mature until after 4 years after it's planted. So you might not yield any pecans on it for at least 4 years. Come on, do your research. Know what you can do and what you can't do. If you get you a tomato tree, it might yield tomatoes in the first 10 days. So which one would you rather go? 4 years or 10 days? These are things that you got to keep in mind. Keep that in mind, family. I ain't finna hold y'all no much longer. April, I definitely appreciate it, sis. I gotta lay down because I gotta work in the morning. So I got to lay down. So I'm glad, April, you brought me on so I can, say a few things or another, that type of thing. But it's all gravy. But I got to leave y'all with this. There's a change coming. The change of the times is coming. When the change comes, people of African descent will be at its highest vibrational level. That means your psychic ability is going to be off the chain. That means that your abilities that you have in you, if it's healing, is going to be enhanced. It means your third eye will be enhanced. And you probably see dimensions they probably don't even know that's there. We are going into the time of Aquarius. Keep that in mind, family. If you don't know what the age of Aquarius is, you can find anything you want to on the internet. Look it up. Don't take my word for it. If you don't know what Nabiru, I forgot how to pronounce it. The ninth planet. Look that up. Don't take my word on it. Don't take my word on it. Not Ribru or some how you pronounce that. But y'all got to do better. We got to do better. We got to be better. We got to be better, especially between us. Because believe it or not, we are all we got. You got other races hating on us, and we don't have nothing. What's wrong with that picture? That should tell you something. That should tell you that the power that you hold, we don't own nothing. But yet, our race is feared. Where they do that at? Hmm. Keep that in mind, family. Keep that in mind. So, with that being said, family, I'm gonna get out of here. April, I definitely appreciate you, sis. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good, awesome night. Y'all have a blessed night. And do me a favor, look towards the stars and the constellation. Look towards those places. Your ancestors believe in those places. Your ancestors used to look at the stars and constellations nightly. There's something to it. If they can do it, we can do it. Anybody dealing with no spooky stuff, it is facts. Why you think the Mayans is no longer here and there's no traces of them? They found out and figured out how to get off of this prison planet. Respect my opinion. Have a good night, sis. They figured out how to get off of this rock. The same opportunities is there for us too. But we got to let that bullshit go out of our system. We got to let that crap go. We got to stop eating McDonald's and rat burgers and cat fried rice and stuff like that. Stop putting that stuff into your body, into your temple. Because that's a delicacy overseas. We don't participate in that type of stuff over here. We don't do it. But then again, you can see how people try to take up and cover up for the wrongdoing that others do. Thank you, Phoenix Rising. You see how people try to cover up? First thing somebody will say, well, if I ate some cat fried rice, well, it was good.
That's so true.
Uh, I prefer not to eat cat fried rice. I prefer not to.
Well,
So that meat
at this
can be
point,
the
we
same
don't know what
texture
the government is
as
giving us.
other meats. You should be able to tell the difference. It might have a different smell to it. but you can't tell a difference. Hmm. We got to do better, family. We got to. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. You have a blessed night. Again, do the best you can. Be the best person that you can. Regardless
Yes.
what
Yes.
opposition, what door, what gate closes in front of your face. Know this. You always got the key to any lock that you come across. It depends on how you use that key. It depends on you. All right, family.
So
Y'all have a
true,
good one.
buddy.
Y'all be blessed. April, definitely appreciate you, sis. I'm
Okay.
out of here. Y'all have a good night.
Okay.
Y'all have a
Thank you,
awesome,
Spidey,
awesome,
for coming
awesome night.
on.
Until next time,
Thank you.
family. April,
All right.
love you, sis.
Okay. Love you too. Okay.